She worries about the scandal being exposed and plans to assassinate her daughter-in-law. Little did she know, this brought them closer together. Would you be my woman? You can be my man. Please. Become mine. Let me trust you. It turns out Wen Xiu's mom is here. On her deathbed, she begged Wen Xiu to forgive her. Although she hid in a doghouse to escape deaths back then, no matter how the vets beat her daughter for that, even with blood oozed from her nose and mouth, she couldn't speak. But Wen Xiu knew her mother did this, save up her ticket to leave the country. That's why later she had the chance to rise above poverty. However, forgiveness left unspoken. The old lady took her last breath. Wen Xiu cried out loud, having lost her mother. Daoyun, thinking there was an accident, rushed into the ward. After clarifying the situation, he held the emotionally unstable Wen Xiu in his arms. After a while, the Buddha came into form. Wen Xiu's mother-in-law worried about outsiders finding out, so she didn't know a public mourning. That night, Wen Xiu returned to the villa. She warned her mother-in-law she'd give her mother a final send-off tomorrow. Her mother-in-law obviously didn't allow that. Leave aside being caught by the media, how much the company stuff would drop. Were they to ignore business tomorrow as well? She bluntly stated that if there was no one visible tomorrow, she'd send both siblings to a mental hospital to sleep at the deceased mom. Here's a brief explanation. The ongoing project has always been handled by Wen Xiu, so without her, it's basically doomed. That's why the mother-in-law's attitude is so domineering. Of course, Wen Xiu lived free. Her unhappiness was noticed by Daoyun. After the meeting, Wen Xiu stared at her mother's ashes, unwilling to let her loved one be buried like this. She then went to Daoyun's room. She asked him to take her to a place before the two of them set off to avoid unnecessary trouble. Daoyun removed the tracking device from the car. He tried to remind Wen Xiu to turn off her phone. Once everything was ready, the two escaped from the villa. The scene shift. They returned to Wen Xiu's whole family house. Daoyun took out a hairband used for mourning from his pocket and pinned it on Wen Xiu's head. He tied a mourning ribbon around his chest. Yet the house is still the same old home, but it feels a bit less lively. It is that deepest the longing for the deceased. Wen Xiu found herself squatting in front of the doghouse. Her mother's words echoed in her ears. Wen Xiu, tell them I'm not home. Just say I'm not here. Before we knew it, dusk had arrived. Stimulated by her mother's passing, Wen Xiu opened her heart to Daoyun. She admitted that her son had long been dead, but she could only claim to outsiders that he was in Switzerland. Daoyun didn't know how to comfort her. One arm embraced Wen Xiu in silence. Wen Xiu naturally leaned on his shoulder. Tears uncontrollably fell. However, unexpectedly, an incident occurred. Their affectionate behavior was all captured by the subordinate. They were still handling the ashes, and the foolish had already reached the grandmother's hands. That night, Daoyun and Wen Xiu were called to the living room. Scumbag husband threw a punch immediately. He shouted that Daoyun must be fired. Wen Xiu silently returned to the room without commenting. Instead, it was the kind grandmother who ordered the security chief to her study. It turned out that the old lady anticipated Wen Xiu would disagree with firing Daoyun, so she instructed the chief to ignore her son's work. Meanwhile, Wen Xiu came to Daoyun's room. She wanted to ask him to find the hidden truth at home. At the same time, the grandmother called the scumbag son into her study. She revealed that Wen Xiu had no plans for divorce. She had considerable evidence in hand. If she revealed everything, then the mother and son would lose their control. So the only option left is one. That is death. Divorce is no longer an option. If she can't die, then I have to kill her. Just like her mother. Meanwhile, Daoyun showed Wen Xiu the surveillance of the chairman's death. It detailed the suspicious circumstances before the colleague's death. The two quickly came to an agreement. Daoyun secretly continued to investigate the evidence. Wen Xiu continued to serve as the chairwoman of the foundation. Daoyun had been suspecting one target all along. That was the security captain seen in the fridge, because he had seen him abroad. So, based on the clues left by his colleague, he intentionally exposed his face in the each sardine. As a result, within an hour, his photo appeared on the security captain's phone. The next day, the captain confronted Daoyun with the photo. What's her purpose for coming to the organization? At this point, Daoyun decided to befriend. He revealed that he saw the captain abroad while investigating his colleague's death and suspected him of being involved in the deaths of his colleague and the chairman. However, the captain was furious. He was only abroad to launder money for his scummy husband. How could he be involved in contract killing? Moreover, the chairman did not die at home. That's because he died of a stroke. To cover up the scandal, they had to transport the body back to the villa. However, Daoyun didn't believe it. Hey, do you think I'm a joke? Fine, I graduated from the police academy. At this age, I'm still serving the chaebols. So you look down on me, huh? In any case, the captain firmly stated that he was speaking the truth. He kindly reminded Daoyun, you can investigate in any way you like, but what if something goes wrong in the future? He won't be able to help cover out. Some might think Daoyun's actions are alarming as make. Little did he know, that's exactly the effect he wanted. He saw himself as bait. If there's an issue with the captain, he would definitely go after him. The next day, while Wen Xiu was attending a charity event, her personal assistant suddenly received a text message. Then she left early, claiming there was a matter with the group. As a result, after the event concluded, their car was attacked by a drone.